Alright, so I know everyone has been through this before. You've mixed your vocal to the best of your ability, but you still find that something is missing. Today's technique is going to show you how you can actually add even more to a vocal without actually mixing the vocal itself. So let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, you want to create a parallel send. Now, whatever DAW you're using, the theory is the same. You essentially want to take whatever source that you want to duplicate, because we're going to be duplicating it, and send it to a new channel. Okay, so in this instance, I have sent it towards this channel that I have called parallel treble, because what I'm going to be doing is actually boosting the treble, because I found that in this mix I wanted to add a little bit more treble to the vocal, but I didn't want to add it on the vocal channel itself. I had already boosted and I wanted more, right? Boosting it more over here is not going to add anything good, so we decided to go for a bit of a parallel send. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Now you could do this if you feel that, for example, maybe you need more bass in your vocal, maybe you want it to sound warmer. You could do the opposite of what I'm doing and EQ it in a more bassy way, right? In this instance, I wanted to really make it sound more trebly and wider, so that was what we're doing here. So this technique is really parallel compression, but by also using EQ. So yeah, it sounds really cool. What I'll do is I'll play the track a little bit, and then I will kind of boost it, bring it in, bring it out, and we can see what it sounds like. So let's get it.
Whip straight out to space. I put kush all in my zag. Hop in that whip and we just race. She wagging white like cocaine. Rockstar life like Cobain. We not the same, man, I'm insane. He a goofy, he a lame. All this gear just cost some change. I don't wanna talk now, I'll be in the studio. Trap phone, my plug named Julio. iPhone, these girls keep stalking me. Ralph Lauren Polo, yeah, these girls wanna ride on me. Yeah. Boy, get your bands up, get your rags up for that cash.
So, you know, in this instance, what I'm doing is I'm enhancing the treble of the vocal overall, but I'm also adding this cool little flangey widened sound in the background, and that's really giving us some extra sauce. So, you know, basically what I'm doing, I'll show you what I've done is I've started off by parallel compressing it. You need to add some compression to it in order for this technique to work. All right, I've EQ'd and then I've compressed, and I've basically, you know, made the attack pretty fast, made the release pretty fast as well, so it kind of distorts in an interesting way. And I've added quite a heavy ratio, so this is a ratio of 5.7 to 1. And then what I've done is I've pulled the threshold down to really grab the whole vocal. So when you see, you can see that the value was left at 20. It did 20 dB of compression. So just see how much compression is happening.
Whip straight out to space. I put kush all in my zag. Hop in that whip and we just race. She wagging white like cocaine.
But obviously I'm not doing like 50 to 1, because then it kind of starts to sound a bit stressed. But you know, you want to add a really nice compressor and just kind of smack it. You can use a stock compressor, it doesn't matter. You must just have all of these you know what I mean, parameters. So yeah, man, after that what I did was I actually decided to then de-ess it so that it wouldn't pop out, right? Obviously if you're doing a bass EQ style parallel compression, you're going to want to add a multiband compressor so that you can just kind of tame the low end. But you know, over this right here, all it does is just make sure that this doesn't pop out and become too harsh. I want it to sound tamed, but I want it to sound present. So this DS is helping with that. So we can see how much DSing we're doing.
Whip straight out to space. I put kush all in my zag. Hop in that whip and we just race. She wagging white like cocaine. Rockstar life like Cobain. We not the same, man, I'm insane. He a goofy, he a lame. All this gear just cost some change.
So you can hear how kind of we can't really manage that signal once we, you know, remove the de-esser. So that really helps, man. So, you know, bit of de-essing, multiband compression, whatever works for you. Again, it's just compression, right? After that, we added flanger in this instance. Now, I wouldn't really advise you to use flanger if you are going to do bass, because it's kind of going to sound a bit weird. But if you want to do the mids or something like that, that can work with the flanger. You know, then you get a widened, more kind of animated MIDI sound. So you can try that out as well. And then I used a little bit of, or quite a lot in this instance, saturation. And the saturation is just adding a nice sizzle and kind of analog tone to our vocal sound. So, you know, this is a technique that I've been making use of. Parallel compression is what it is essentially. You can use, I think I have a different channel actually for fun. Let's just load this up. We'll just create a new one. I'm pretty sure I have this saved as a would I find it, let's see, there we go, that actually loads up. So, you know, this is my geez, I can't remember who I learned this from, but basically all you do is you compress and then EQ your vocal. Same thing, right? This is what people in analog studios do. Parallel compress and then use a little bit of EQ, or quite a lot of EQ, to kind of add this cool thing happening in the background. So we'll actually send our vocal to this channel and then we'll see what we can do. So let's yeah, we'll just keep that in there. We'll just make sure this goes to the right channel. There we go. and let's take a listen.
Whip straight out to space. I put kush all in my zag. Hop in that whip and we just race. G-Wagon white like cocaine. Rockstar life like Cobain. We not the same, man, I'm insane. He a goofy, he a lame. All this gear just cost some change. I don't wanna talk now, I'll be in the studio. Trap phone, my plug named Julio. iPhone, these girls keep stalking me. Ralph Lauren Polo, yeah, these girls wanna ride on me. Yeah. Boy, get your bands up, get your racks up. For that cash, I can never change up. I can never switch, I can never change. Shooter got a red dot aiming at your brain.
You see, now we've got more of a kind of low MIDI sounding vocal, right? So, you know, you can use this technique any way you want. Again, I could add, for example, another flanger on here, right? Let's just go for the quickest flanger I can find. I always know it's there. And yeah, there we go. We'll just add kind of a stereo flanger and then let's blend that in and see what happens.
Whip straight out to space. I put kush all in my zag. Hop in that whip and we just race. G-Wagon white like cocaine. Rockstar life like Cobain. We not the same, man, I'm insane. He a goofy, he a lame. All this gear just cost some change. I don't wanna talk now, I'll be in the studio. Trap phone, my plug named Julio. iPhone, these girls keep stalking me. Ralph Lauren Polo, yeah, these girls wanna ride on me. Yeah. Boy, get your bands up, get your racks up. For that cash, I can never change up. I can never switch, I can never change. Shooter got a red dot aiming at your brain.
But you get the idea, you can do anything, right? So yeah, man, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can go ahead and think up some ways that you can enhance your vocal mixes. You can do this with drums as well. I often do this, actually a mix I just did. I actually stemmed out the 2-track beat to 3 channels. I had it going through an 1176 with some EQ on it. I had it going through the main 2 channels, and then I think I did something else, I can't remember. Actually distortion, and together that just made the mix sound a lot better with what I had, right? So, you know, definitely try this technique out. Hopefully you learned something. I'll check you next time. Peace out.